We talk about kind of this fantasy of Conte coming back, Jurgen, and maybe bringing in some players. But Spurs can't exactly promise that because they had the opportunity to sell their star player for a lot of money and one that they missed. There's not a big pot of gold then for Conte to come in and use.
Well, I mean, as Jules said rightfully, so the biggest worry really at the club right now is the spirit. There is a lack of confidence. There's a lack of excitement. There's a I mean, the Spurs was always or is always a very emotional environment. You know, the fans are very knowledgeable, and they have their expectations. And if things go the wrong directions, they express those things. You know, like you said, you know, when the substitution goes a way that the players don't or the fans don't like, they express that. You know, they feel it, they sense it. You know, so now giving the club the right enthusiasm, the positivity, excitement, a smile, that this is a real big task. I mean, obviously, as Donna has also said rightfully in the beginning, the players have responsibilities as well. I mean, they are big class players. You know, they proved the point. They almost won the Champions League, you know, 2-3 years ago. And so they should prove their point as well. But first and foremost, I think it's a question of spirit, of being together, you know, of sticking together, and guiding the right path. I mean, we talked about Manchester United last week, and now they're on the opposite end. They won the game, and nobody talks about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer today because the result went his way. But with Spurs, it is emotional. It is, I mean, explosive in a certain way as well, and the next move they're gonna do, they have to be right.
Don, you're Daniel Levy, and I've given you a time machine. You can go back to one of these two times, go back to the moment you sacked Mauricio Pochettino and change your mind, or go back to Manchester City offering you a lot of money for your star striker who has not performed anywhere near his standard this season. Which time are you going back to?
I think you'd probably go back to Pochettino because he had them in the Champions League final and he was so close. And what he asked for when he got to the Champions League final from Daniel Levy and the owners of the football club was 2 or 3 players. And that would have got them challenging. You know, since that 2 or 3 players now, Dan, it's 5 or 6. So I don't buy Antonio Conte coming into Tottenham with the regime of Daniel Levy, because Antonio Conte is going to go into Daniel Levy and he's going to go, I've looked at your squad, I need 5 or 6 players. And Daniel Levy is going to turn around and go, you can have 2 or 3. And he's going to go, no, I want 5 or 6. I've seen the standard and the lack of quality in your squad. And Daniel Levy is going to go, you can have 2 or 3. And then Antonio Conte does exactly what he did in the summer. He walks away. So I just don't see that happening.
Jules, why are you shaking your head at my time machine question?
It's not that. It's the Pochettino wanted to go as well. When they sacked him, I think the Champions League final and that summer there, I think was the moment where he said, you know what, this is my time is done here. And already remember before the Champions League final, he was coming up with lines like, oh, if we win, I think I'm going to go. I don't know what's going to happen after the Champions League final. And you knew already something was not there anymore. And when he came back from holidays that season, that July after the Champions League final, already people at the club knew there was something wrong. He was really flat when he's the one who brought all the energy and all that intensity, and he was not the same. So I don't think it was just a case of Daniel Levy sacking him. I think he also felt that it was the end of the road for him at that club. So it's not as simple as just on that day when he departed. I think you would have to go back a bit before that and try to keep that energy alive, which was not the case. He had gone after that season when they reached the Champions League final.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN+.